Once upon a time, in the ancient city of Balkh, there lived a wealthy man who owned a magnificent garden filled with fruit trees of every kind. The garden was famous for its beauty, and the gardener took great pride in caring for it. One day, a tiny bird happened to fly into the garden. Mischievous by nature, the little bird began pecking at the fruits, knocking both ripe and unripe ones onto the ground. Day after day, the gardener watched his precious harvest being ruined, and his anger grew stronger. At last, he decided to catch the troublesome creature. He laid a trap among the trees, and before long, the little bird was caught. As the gardener reached out to kill it, the bird suddenly spoke. "Please," it said softly, "do not kill me before you hear my defense." The gardener was astonished. Never before had he heard a bird speak like a human. Curious, he lowered his hand and listened. The bird began its tale. "One day," it said, "I saw a hoopoe and a nightingale hunting a grasshopper in this very garden. The nightingale caught the grasshopper in its beak, but the hoopoe quickly snatched the prey away. The nightingale protested, 'That was my catch.' But the hoopoe laughed and replied, 'Catching prey is easy. The true skill is taking it from another hunter.' The nightingale then said, 'I have heard many things about your kind.' The hoopoe proudly answered, 'That is because we once served the great King Solomon. For our loyalty, we were granted 3 gifts. We can sense water hidden deep beneath the earth. We wear crowns upon our heads, and we understand the secrets of fruits and plants.' Then the hoopoe added, 'The fruits in this garden are poisoned. Whoever eats them will die.' The little bird looked at the gardener and continued, 'When I heard this, I felt it was my duty to save innocent lives. That is why I knocked the fruits to the ground, so no one would eat them and perish.' The gardener was deeply moved by the bird's words. Then the bird said, 'If you set me free, I will give you 3 pieces of wisdom, 3 lessons that may guide you for the rest of your life.' The gardener agreed at once and opened his hand. The little bird flew up onto the branch of a nearby tree and spoke. 'First, never trust someone whose character is doubtful. Second, never believe something that seems impossible. Third, never grieve over what is beyond your power to change.' The gardener nodded proudly, believing he had gained great wisdom. But then the bird tilted its head and said, 'What a pity. If only you knew that inside my body there is a jewel as large as an egg, one worth a fortune.' The gardener's face turned pale. 'A jewel?' he cried. Instantly he regretted releasing the bird. He tore at his clothes and struck himself in despair. The little bird laughed gently. 'Foolish man,' it said, 'have you already forgotten my lessons? Did I not tell you never to trust someone of doubtful character? Yet you trusted me immediately. Did I not tell you never to believe the impossible? Look at my tiny body. How could a jewel the size of an egg possibly fit inside me? And finally, did I not warn you never to grieve over what cannot be changed? Yet here you are, mourning something you never even possessed.' With that, the little bird spread its wings and disappeared into the sky forever. And the gardener was left alone beneath the trees, thinking about wisdom he had heard, but failed to understand.